About 70 miles south of Richmond, Virginia, near the North Carolina border, was a small and mostly unknown area called Southampton County. In 1831, the county was surrounded by thick forests, farms, plantations, and small villages. But beneath the quiet appearance of this rural community was a deeply divided society built around slavery. It was in this setting that Nat Turner, an enslaved preacher, led one of the most significant slave rebellions in American history. Nat Turner was born enslaved in 1800 in Southampton County, Virginia. He learned to read and write, which was dangerous for an enslaved person. He would read the Bible closely and became known amongst the enslaved people as a preacher. Turner understood his life through faith. He believed that signs and visions were messages from God. Through the Bible, he learned about judgment, deliverance, and that the possibility of order around him could be overturned. In February 1831, a solar eclipse darkened the sky over Virginia. Turner took this as a sign. Over the next 6 months, he and several other enslaved men began preparing to rise. On the afternoon of August 21st, Turner and his followers met up at Cabin Pond and feasted on roasted pig and drank apple brandy. Later that night, the rebels began moving through Southampton County. Over the next 2 days, they killed over 60 white people, including men, women, and children. Once the rebellion attempted to cross into the county seat via the Cypress Bridge to Jerusalem, they were met with white men guarding the bridge. This is when the rebellion lost momentum. Turner went into hiding for over 9 weeks near Cabin Pond under a pile of fence rails. On October 15th, a slave caught sight of Nat in the woods and informed the town. Nat surrendered willingly on October the 30th. He went on trial November 5th and was hung on November 11th. The aftermath of the Southampton Revolt caused whites to fear that slaves were plotting to kill their owners. Many enslaved people were tried for plotting rebellions and executed. Harsher restrictions were placed on enslaved people, and they wanted to rid Virginia of all free African Americans, as they viewed them as a dangerous example to those enslaved. Nat Turner, the man whose name still starts arguments. Prophet or criminal? Freedom fighter or murderer? Patriot or terrorist? The answer depends on who gets to define violence and whose freedom counts. His story was one of many that granted us the freedom and liberty that we live in today.